Welcome to the third SOAR Google Hangout of 2014. We're here tonight to chat with some of our fellow SOAR leaders about student life and some of the activities available on campus. My name is Neil Hollis, and I'm a junior biology major from Blackshear, Georgia, and a 2014 SOAR leader. Shortly, 3 other SOAR leaders will introduce themselves, but first I want to cover some basic housekeeping information. If you have friends or family who are not able to watch this Hangout tonight, a recording of this video will be posted to the SOAR homepage as well as the SOAR YouTube channel, so they can watch it all or parts they want to watch later on. If you have friends or family who are not able to watch this Hangout tonight, I repeat, a recording of this video will be posted to the SOAR homepage as well as the SOAR YouTube channel. If you wish to view other Hangouts regarding any previously covered topics, those videos can also be found on our homepage or YouTube channel. We have a few frequently asked questions we want to cover tonight, but we'll also answer any you have if you send them in on Twitter using the hashtag GSUSOAR14, which you also see on your screen. Now let's have our SOAR leaders introduce themselves.
Hi there, I'm Sarah Whitney Anderson, a junior public relations major from Dalton, Georgia.
Hi, my name is Michael Bailey. I'm a senior sociology major from Augusta, Georgia.
Hey everyone, my name is Abigail Ormsby. I'm a junior public relations major from Woodstock, Georgia.
Thanks for your introductions, guys. Now let's get started. We're going to start off talking about some of the student organizations that are offered here at Georgia Southern. So for our first question, what are some clubs or organizations that you are involved with?
All right, I'll go first. First, I'm a representative of Greek Life, and I'm on the Panhellenic Delegate Board. I'm also a member of a Christian organization called Campus Outreach, and I'm also Southern Ambassador for school, and then, of course, a SOAR leader.
Hi, okay, I guess I'm next. I'm a member of Adrenaline Show Choir. I'm also a part of the University Programming Board. We plan events, but I'll talk about that more later. I am also a part of Greek Life, as well as the Sociological Society.
Okay, and I'm an intramural supervisor. I'm also in leadership for the Baptist Collegiate Ministries, which, like Sarah was talking about, is another campus ministry that we have here at Georgia Southern. And I'm also a senator for our Student Government Association.
Nice. All right. What is the best way to get involved on campus?
Well, a lot of student organizations are offered through the Office of Student Activities. One main way that you can, I guess, get your hand in organizations and find out what you want to do, there are a lot of events offered through Weeks of Welcome, which is going to begin at the beginning of the school year. It's a few weeks of just events that are held by different organizations just around campus that will allow you to get out there and see what's on campus. A part of that is the Student Organizational Fair. That's when different student organizations are going to have the opportunity to surround the rotunda and go down the pedestrian and just have a table showcasing what the organization is and what they have to offer, just to go through their semester of recruitment and just get students in to their organizations.
And one more thing to add to that is when you come to SOAR over the summertime, we have something called First Night Out, where there will be a bunch of different booths of different organizations and clubs for different students, similar to the Weeks of Welcome.
All right. Thanks. If there's not an organization that the student particularly fits with, can they create their own?
Yes, they can. Actually, my freshman roommate decided that she wanted to help the Humane Society with kittens, and so she started the Fuzzy Kitten Club. And all you need to start your own club is yourself, plus 4 friends, and a professional on campus. That can be an advisor or a professor, just someone who works here. So she started the Fuzzy Kit Club, and they worked at the Humane Society and other facilities with cats around town.
All right. Do you have to pay to join clubs?
It kind of just depends on what organization or club that might be. For instance, like club sports, they'll have a couple different fees that you might have to pay, but it just depends. So that's something you'll have to research depending on what you want to join.
All right. All right. We're moving on to our second question now. What can students do for fun on campus?
Gosh, there's so many different things that you can do on campus. Like we were just talking about different clubs and organizations, they also put on different events around campus. I love to just kind of hang out at the Commons at Russell Union. I always see a bunch of friends there, and so it's a good socializing place. We have a Starbucks, which everyone loves here.
Yeah.
So that's just something fun, but a bunch of different things. I'm sure they can speak to it too.
I guess a good way to find out what you can do on campus, as Abigail was saying, through the Russell Union, there are a lot of events that go on throughout the week at all times of the day in the Russell Union. That's like a big hub of where organizational involvement occurs. They also have the daily schedule on clipboards around the entire union that you can see what's going on in the union that day. There are also bulletin boards in the union as well as other department buildings on campus that will have flyers, calendar schedules of just like different events that are on campus and that are offered that students can go and look into.
Mm-hmm. I would also say there's a lot of fun things to do that are planned and then not planned. Like we have a Sweetheart Circle on campus, which is really just kind of a big open area, and students can go out there and do their homework, play Frisbee with their friends. So even when you're just on campus, you're not always doing homework. Maybe you're hanging out with your friends just in the commons area, but whether planned or not, there's always something to do.
And lastly, also, I forgot to mention athletics. Of course, that is a huge part of Georgia Southern, and we're really proud Eagles here. But we have football. I mean, obviously, you name it, the sport, we have it, but we have a lot of Eagle pride here and love rooting on our different teams here, and that's always something really fun that the students love to do.
All right, cool. How do you balance fun, involvement, and academics in college?
It can be hard, but it's manageable. For me personally, I find myself more organized and just better prepared when I am more involved, because I know, okay, well, I have this meeting at 5, and then there's this football game at 7, so I need to make sure I get my homework done during the day. Or, hey, I really want to go to this thing tonight, but I have a huge test tomorrow, so I'll study tonight, take the test, and then tomorrow night I can hang out with my friends. So it's all about really managing your time wisely, having that schedule. For me, I write down everything. I make lists of everything that needs to get done. But you kind of find your own personal ways of how to keep up with everything. And if you know maybe you need more time and you can't be as involved, there's still ways to participate in things without maybe being involved in a mini club. So it's just really a personal choice, but there's definitely many ways to get it done.
All right. What is your favorite activity to partake in?
Well, I know for me, Intramurals is something I love. It's where I made a lot of relationships and a lot of memories. I always played softball through high school, and I knew I wasn't going to play at the collegiate level, but playing in Intramurals has been one of my favorite pastimes here.
Okay. What can students do off campus for fun? Like, what's Statesboro like? What does it have to offer?
Well, I guess I can talk about that. Statesboro is very big on finding things for students to do, since Georgia Southern is such a big part of the Statesboro community. Every month they have what they call it's called the market.
Statesboro downtown.
Statesboro downtown, yeah.
And then farmers market.
Farmers market, that is the word. I'm sorry. Okay, they have the farmers market, which brings out a lot of students and things like that. Downtown Statesboro will have different events depending on the time of the year. I know one big thing that they have is Scare on the Square, I believe. That happens around October, and they'll collaborate with different student organizations and different community departments just around Statesboro and do things for the community. We also have the Averett Center of the Arts, which is like an off-campus kind of theater / art museum where a lot of students and people can go just to experience what's going on and to see what people in the Statesboro community are doing. We also have the clubhouse, which is technically off campus. A lot of students go there. It's kind of a facility that has bowling and laser tag and mini golf and arcades and things like that.
Driving range.
Driving range. They're also, I've heard rumors of them getting go-kart tracks. So that's a big thing that students like to utilize. They do a lot with campus, as well as offering student nights where you have like a student discount. You pay a certain amount and you get to do everything for as long as you're there. But those are some of the things that I've utilized and that I know about like off campus.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Fourth question, is being a college student expensive?
I'm gonna be honest. It can be. But it depends on what you're doing, and it depends on what you choose to do and what you choose to buy. Budgeting is a must, and budgeting is something that you should definitely learn about in terms of like as an individual, just growing up, becoming an adult. You need to learn how to budget your money, plan what you're going to spend, and also knowing the difference between something that you need and something that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like just because you don't always have to go out to eat every night, you don't always have to buy the next newest thing, buy an outfit for the football game. You just have to prioritize. No, because that's something that a lot of people, game days are very serious. But you have to just prioritize what you need to have and make sure that you're planning yourself accordingly and just making sure that you're planning out what you need to get in order to function and be able to live independently as a student on campus.
Right, so being organized and time management really does play a large part in that, then, right? All right, cool. All right, number 5. What is CRI and what does it offer?
Okay, well, I will speak on this for a little bit because I am a CRI employee, as I already mentioned this specifically with intramurals, but CRI is kind of broken into different divisions. So we have fitness as well as aquatics, intramural sports, club sports, as well as Southern Adventures. And these are all just different things. So, for example, fitness is primarily our RAC, which is Recreational Activities Center. And by the way, CRI stands for Campus Recreation and Intramurals. I don't know if I said that. But our RAC is our Recreational Activities Center where they offer all different kinds of just group fit classes and any sort of equipment for working out. It's a beautiful facility. I think all the students here can speak to that. It's really wonderful. And then we have our aquatics. So we have Olympic-sized pools as well as diving boards and just all different kinds of things, aquatic realms. I'm sorry, guys. And then intramurals. If you're not familiar with intramurals, it's basically different students who want to play sports but not at the collegiate level. They can do it just for fun, but we offer all different kinds of sports. And then club sports is just more of a competitive league, I guess you can say, but we'll go into detail on that a little bit later. And then our Southern Adventures, which we'll also go into detail later, I think.
All right, and are there ways to stay healthy using the rack and stay on track, I guess?
Yes. The rack has just so many options is I think the best way to explain is if you aren't really a big runner but you love to dance, take the Zumba classes. If you don't like taking classes and you're more of a fit person and you can do stuff on your own, then by all means, that's perfect. But they also have personal trainers. So if you don't really know how to stay fit and you're on a different diet in college, so you just want to make sure that you're doing all the things that you can, then you can go get one of them and they'll create a workout that's specific to you. So there's definite ways to stay fit and on track. Well.
All right, and I'm not sure if we touched on all the intramurals, so what are the big intramurals that are offered here?
Okay, well, we have softball. We also have flag football, volleyball, dodgeball. We actually have cornhole and bowling, basketball, and indoor and outdoor soccer.
Okay, and what about club sports?
Okay, club sports, the way to differentiate club sports between intramural sports is club sports plays different universities, whereas intramural sports is Georgia Southern students playing against Georgia Southern students. But we have club sports ranging from Aikido to fast pitch softball to rugby. But these are all listed on our university website, but all different kinds of club sports, great way to continue and pursue athletics past high school.
All right, cool. I know I played intramural ping pong, and I thought it was pretty cool. So.
Nice. You are cool, Neil.
Thanks. What is Southern Adventures?
Oh, I know a little bit about that. Okay. Southern Adventures is an organization in a department that's located in the RAC. They more so center towards like more outdoor activity-based kind of deals. So they do different trips that students are able to utilize. These can be like weekend trips or week-long trips during the summer, during breaks. And these trips can be camping, they go canoeing, skiing, water rafting for those students who are more, I guess, adventurous and want to go out there and do different things like that. They also offer opportunities for leadership development. These can be through your different classes. I know I've done Southern Adventures for my FYE classes, coming in as a freshman, first year experience, as well as leadership classes and just different courses in general. Student organizations are also able to utilize this, but they'll come to your organization or you'll go to them and they'll focus on different aspects of leadership, whether that's name learning to team building, just activities that will help you grow as a team. They also offer different ropes courses. So they have low, medium, and high. So low ropes courses, all the courses are to get you, I guess, together and build your relationship as a team and your bond. But the different courses are like by challenge level, depending on your organization and like how close they are or how much you want to do. So they can be like on the floor for low ropes course and just doing activities, to like high ropes course where you're up in the sky, like 40 feet in the air and doing things on zip lines and stuff like that, just growing that group bond and that group development.
All right, sweet. All right, we're going to move on to the next question. What does Greek life look like at Georgia Southern?
All right, I'll take that question. So first off, I'd like to say that it takes off of, or it's about 20% of the student body, and there's over 35 chapters. So there's a lot of different things you can get involved with in Greek life, and I think just the best thing that Georgia Southern has done within Greek life is talking about unity. So Greek life kind of just pulls together like a family. They want to be in each other's lives since they are individual chapters, but as a whole, it's Greek life. It's a community. So I think one of the best examples is one of the big kind of philanthropy opportunities that they offer, which is in the fall, and it's called Halloween on Greek Street, or Greek Street on, anyway, you get the point. So each chapter will combine with other chapters, so pretty much all Greek organizations are down the road, and we offer candy to families and children of our school staff as well as the community around us. And so you can just bring your families and children. We give out candy, and there's blow-ups. Some of the fraternities will have kind of haunted houses, but it's just a big picture of you seeing all the Greek communities working together and just providing for the community. So I think that's just an awesome picture. But it's personally provided a way for me to kind of find my way through college. Coming from a smaller school, I was a little worrisome of how to get involved, and so I went through Rush, and then I joined a sorority, and I saw how older girls were involved in so much, and there's different avenues I could follow, whether it was, you know, more of the Christian just organizations, or as I do now, like becoming a soror leader and Southern ambassadors, student government. So it's just kind of that starting point of me meeting people, not to mention the friends that I've met, the girls that I live with. So it's just definitely that kind of gateway of opportunities for me.
That's awesome. What is UPB and SGA?
You start.
I'll go first. Okay. So UPB is the University Programming Board. So we are an organization on campus that essentially an event planning organization. And we plan the different alternative events that students can utilize throughout the year. We have about 3 to 4 events a week. I keep saying we. I'm sorry. I'm a part of the University Programming Board. I think I said that earlier. So through this organization, we have like 3 different committees: late night, spirit and traditions, and special events. And those are kind of like our focus of the different events that we plan. So these can be anything from our weekly movies. We bring a movie every Friday night, and these are fairly new movies that probably just got out of theaters. All of these events are free for students to utilize, so I guess like a cost-free option that can give students an alternative thing to do. We also rent out the clubhouse that I was talking about earlier, like the 3rd Thursday of every month. The students can go and play the bowling and laser tag and mini golf for free in the evening. We also bring different evening events like comedians and different kind of performances and stuff like that. Also through Spirit and Traditions, we are in charge of homecoming, choosing the theme and the different events that go on in homecoming, which for Georgia Southern's campus, homecoming is a very, very big deal that I hope you are all excited for. And it's something that the University Programming Board has a big hand in doing. So essentially, yeah, we just plan the events and use student activity fees and try to make the Georgia Southern experience more than just going to class and going back home, but like offering students, you know, those different activities that they can utilize on campus.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael. And it's so true. UPB does a great job at Georgia Southern. It has a really great presence here. But I'll speak to SGA, which is our Student Government Association. And basically what it is each of the academic colleges here at Georgia Southern University has 6 different student senators. And each of those senators are just represented as the student's voice in the student body. And also we have an executive board. And each of us will just kind of implement and bring new ideas to faculty members and just really be the student's voice and really try to make Georgia Southern the best campus that it can be.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. And if they want to get involved with these organizations, how will they go about doing that?
Well, I know in terms of University Programming Board, we will be having tables at First Night Out, which students are going to be able to utilize during their SOAR sessions. But also, we're located in the Williams Center with the Office of Student Activities, so if you're ever interested, you can always come there and talk to a representative from the organization. Also, coming out to our events is a good way to just get your name out there, let them know that you're interested. Once they put a name to a face and start seeing you come out there, they'll notice. But generally, we have applications every fall through my involvement, which you will learn about once you come to SOAR. But yeah, we have an application process. It's fairly easy. You just answer some questions and stuff like that, and then you go through an interview process.
Okay, and for student government, much like all other government institutions, it is an election. And in the springtime, you will run for whatever seat, whatever Senate seat, whatever executive position you might want, and you have to be elected. The student body will vote for these senators and these executive members, and whoever has the highest amount of votes will have the Senate seat. But if you're a freshman and really want to get involved with student government, we also have freshman senators, which is something that you can definitely look more into. And we have Senate seats for freshmen, specifically to represent the freshman class.
That's awesome. Thank you, Abigail. For you viewers out there, remember to tweet us questions using the hashtag GSUSOAR14, and we'll answer them for you. Just remember, tweet any question you want about student activities or anything like that. Now we're going to move on and talk a little more about student activities that the students can experience. So for question number 8, tell us about the athletic events at Georgia Southern.
Okay, well, really quick. Well, yeah, so obviously they know that I'm a really huge Georgia Southern fan, and I'm avid about going to all of our football games, but athletic events here are huge. It's a great way for our student body to rally and really support our team. We've recently moved conferences to the Sun Belt, and now we're part of FBS, which is so exciting. We can't wait, but we just had a new stadium expansion for football, and we're really excited about where things are going with that, but not only for football, but other athletic events. Basketball is a big deal, baseball is a big deal, softball, everything. It's just really fun, and you can definitely see the Eagle pride that we have here at our athletic events.
All right, cool. For number 9, what are the big events on campus each year students won't want to miss?
Okay, I guess I can, yeah, okay. So one thing to look forward to that we have every year, generally we have Welcome Week, but we realize that there's so much that we can offer the students, and there's so much that the students want to experience. So we adapted it into Weeks of Welcome, which is like the first 4 to 6 or so weeks of classes where there are different events that will be going on for all students to be able to participate in and just experience. So I mean, it's not a specific event, but we always have Weeks of Welcome, which will always have different events that the students can utilize. One traditional event that always happens during Weeks of Welcome is Day 1, or depending on the weather, it might be Day 6, which has happened. But it's an event that gives students the opportunity to come out and learn Georgia Southern cheers and meet the cheerleaders and the football team if they're able to come out. Our coaches, you can learn the fight song and things like that. It's just it's a good event to kick-start the year, and one big thing about the event, it's not just for freshmen, but all student body students are able to come to this event. Also, homecoming, as I said before, homecoming is a very, very big deal on campus here at Georgia Southern. That happens every year, but along with homecoming week, there are a few events that are very traditional that happen all the time. So GSU Idol is a big event that the Student Government Association and the University Programming Board kind of collaborate on in terms of homecoming week that always happens. We also have the Doodah Dance and Step Show, which different organizations can be a part of, as well as the homecoming parade and celebration that happen at the end of every homecoming week that will crown our Duke and Duchess and announce the homecoming court that will be announced at the homecoming game the next day. Also things like the Lighting of Sweetheart Circle, which is a holiday event that students can come out to. And
we also have big speakers to come, and we've had Jimmy Carter and Laura Bush, among others, that have just been, everyone goes to those because they're just really big names. So that's definitely something else that students really rarely miss.
All right, thanks guys. Now we want to learn some more about you and your involvement. How did you find out about clubs related to your interests or decide to try new ones?
Okay, well, for me, the very first thing I did was actually go online and kind of Google and just look around online for what Georgia Southern has to offer before I came to SOAR. But then once I came to SOAR, it was really good to put names with faces with different organizations. And so that was my first time where I really saw the different organizations and clubs that Georgia Southern offered, and was where I made connections, wrote my email down on so many different things, and then just got involved as soon as I stepped on campus here.
Yeah, I'll go. Like I said earlier, I knew that I wanted to rush. I wasn't really sure if I'd join a sorority, but I thought that would at least be kind of that gateway. So then I did join, and I saw actually my Vega, my sorority, was a Southern ambassador, so she was giving tours all over campus. So then I thought, well, hey, I can do that. I can walk backwards, so I joined that. But like Abigail said, I joined, or at least I signed up for a lot of things at SOAR. My parents right before, and they're like, you know what? No one's gonna be mad at you if you signed up for more than you end up joining, but at least you're getting to know about things. So I signed up for a good bit of stuff, like my Christian organization kind of kick-started me, and there's a lot of older people I got close to in that, and they did other things such as Intramurals, and then even just stuff off campus, such as just jobs in general. So it was just kind of like seeing what other people involved with and who I was similar to, and just kind of seeing what I could take on.
Well, yeah, me. So I guess similar to both of these two, when I first started, I signed up, again, for my organizations like them during First Night Out, and that was when I got involved with the main thing that I was in when I first came here. I was kind of only passionate about one thing when I first got here, but once I got here, and one thing that I'm so proud of that they've both been speaking about in terms of Georgia Southern is the things that you were involved in are networking opportunities for you to get involved in so much more. So you'll meet some people who are involved in something, and that will just be a gateway for you to get into something else, and then a gateway to meet more people and get involved in something else, and this can lead to student employment or just being, a leadership on, yeah, student employment is big here, but getting involved in like leadership positions on campus. And one thing I would just say in terms of, getting involved is like, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind, and like you get used to doing certain things in high school. You've always been on prom committee, or you were in student council, or you were doing athletics. But coming to any university, but especially Georgia Southern, we have so much to offer. We have over 300 plus student organizations, as well as like other opportunities. And if you come with an open mind and just get your name out there, don't be afraid to just introduce yourself, write your name on a paper, and you'll find something that you're passionate in.
The great thing about college is you're not a one type of person. You're not just an athlete, but you're an athlete that's on the programming board. You're a Greek representative that's also on a club sport. It might be a captain or something. Yeah. Or a magazine editor that also reads poetry at night. There's just so many things to do. So it's exciting.
All right, so students, being involved on campus greatly impacts your college experience and really does do really good things for you. And so, guys, I know some students are wondering about the food in Statesboro and at Georgia Southern. So, what's your favorite place to eat at on or off campus?
I'll start. I was really excited. So we have 2 brand new dining halls this year. So I was really excited to try them since I was a sophomore this past year. And I ended up going to Lakeside Dining Commons pretty much Monday and Wednesday and every other Thursday, which I know is really random, and getting a Lakeside sub sandwich. You have all the fixins, I don't know if you like Subway, but it's better than Subway or any sub place, and it's delicious. Yeah.
I guess for me, I absolutely love the Market Street Deli, which is a dining place in the IT building, Information and Technologies building, that's towards the back end of campus, but they serve things for sandwiches for breakfast and bagels, croissants. They have these really cool things that you should all, you should all try this. They're called bagel fries.
Ooh,
I've never heard of bagel fries until I got here, but they take bagels and literally cut them up and they don't fry them.
Toast them.
They toast them in a way, and it's
heavy.
They're healthier because you can get the wheat, or you can get white flour, but you can get wheat fries, bagel fries. But they have different salads and different kind of sandwiches from different parts. They have the Californian and the Palfi, and they have vegetarian options and just different things. and they're very, very friendly for like college, your schedule. So they're open very early in the morning, and they're open fairly late as well, because some of the classes in the IT building go fairly late. But absolutely, I love Mark Shooter.
Okay, so they talked about places on campus to eat. I will brag on my favorite restaurant off campus, which is El Rinconcito. I love Mexican food. But it's funny because the restaurant actually in English means a hole, like basically a hole in the wall. And that's what it is, just a little hole in the wall Mexican restaurant. But it's so good. It's got the best Mexican food I've ever had. So that's where I always go off campus. It's really good.
All right, we actually have a Twitter question. At Hell Southern 21 says, "What is the build program?"
Ooh.
Go for it, man.
Anyone?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. We just learned about this a little bit more today, actually. But Build is an opportunity on campus that happens in July. It's for incoming freshmen only, but it's an opportunity for students to learn about leadership and leadership development, as well as do a great deal of volunteer work in the Statesboro community. There are 2 build options. I do not want to mislead you and give you wrong dates, because I do not know the dates off the top of my head, but they're, I think, the last 2 weeks of July. And I believe they go from Monday to Friday or something like that. But applications for them are open. They are open right now. I believe it's $150 to get involved with it. It's definitely something that I feel like all students, all incoming freshmen, if you have the opportunity, you should definitely pursue this. It's a good way to get into the Office of Student Leadership and Civic Engagement, which has a very big hand here on Georgia Southern's campus. A very good gateway to get involved in the Southern Leaders Program and get involved and just get that volunteer aspect of campus out. We don't have anything else, though.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything else to add to that, or is that it?
Okay.
Okay. All right, I know this is a lot of information for you students to take in and stuff, so we're going to try to wrap it up with this last question. What is the best advice you can give to incoming students and parents to know about Georgia Southern student life?
Okay, I'll start us off. I would say the best advice that I could give is really just find your passion. We keep talking about all these different clubs and organizations that we have here, but once you get to college, it's a whole new world. And so I don't say that to intimidate you, but I just say in a sense that there's going to be a lot of changes. But if you find something that you're really passionate about, join a club, join an organization, start a study group, do something to find friends that are like-minded, and those are going to be the friends that will last a lifetime. I know that I've made my best friends here at Georgia Southern, but it was only because I knew what I was really passionate about, came to Georgia Southern, joined an organization, and just catapulted from there.
I guess one thing I can say and offer, it's kind of something I spoke about earlier, but don't be afraid to get yourself out there and meet new people, come in with an open mind about things to get involved in. I guess when you give yourself the opportunity to change and to grow, you don't know if your passions are going to change. And something that I believe Sarah Whitney talked about earlier, it's okay if you add different things to your passion. So like, you know, be really heavily involved with music, but also love to volunteer, love to build houses and just do things for the community. It's okay to break out of, you know, the mold that either you had in high school or the persona that you had in high school or what your parents had you doing when you were involved in high school. Georgia Southern and just college life is a good way for you to do something different and do something new. And don't be afraid of that change.
I would say meet everyone, and I say that just because as a freshman, you don't know like when you're gonna meet someone that could become like your best friend, and you don't know where you're gonna meet them. So this is your time to just be open, like become the person that you've always wanted to be. I met some of my best friends in the English class, and we didn't even sit beside each other. We just kind of all of a sudden realized, hey, you like this, I like this, let's hang out. And we hang out all the time. So you never know when you're going to meet someone, so you might as well meet everyone.
All right, thanks, guys. Y'all are awesome. Students, this is your last chance to send us questions on Twitter using the hashtag GSUSOAR14. You can ask questions anytime to the SOAR Twitter account at GSU_SOAR. Or SOAR's Facebook page. For parents listening, like Georgia Southern Parent Programs on Facebook for parent-related updates. You can also share pictures with SOAR on Instagram at GSU_SOAR. And if you like Georgia Southern's admissions page on Facebook, you can post a photo of you with your acceptance letter and be entered to win a GSU gift bag. Post must be up by May 31st. So you've got 9 days to do that, so stay creative with your pictures. Within the next week or so, a sample source schedules will be added to the orientation website. So check back for more information. And if you haven't reviewed the items under SOAR info, you'll want to do that before you come to SOAR. So let's see if we have any more Twitter questions coming in. And it doesn't look like that we do. So we're going to finish up for the night. A special thanks to our SOAR leaders for being with us this evening. Thanks, guys. Michael, Sarah Whitney, and Abigail, you guys were awesome. We all look forward to seeing you all at SOAR this summer. And as always, go Eagles.
Bye.
Bye.